Yeah. Are we on live? Taylor 2 Coaching, Taurus season. Let's hit you up with the intro, right?
If you black, you were born in jail. In the North as well as the South. Stop talking about the South. As long as you south of the Canadian border, you're South.
Yo, the status of the word is so absurd in the present day. The niggas don't even do things in a nigga way. Nigga play.
Not me, cause sloppy, never choppy, never copy.
Ain't no other nigga gonna stop me. This man is humble, confident.
Hey, what's up, Faith?
Would love to lock me
Up with all
of
the
my other niggas.
cause to them we're just figures, but I done figured out my new nigga out and the knowledge I'ma spread for the niggas that have doubt.
This nigga is defined as an ignorant person. And some of y'all niggas
Yo,
are innocent.
what's up, y'all? You know I gotta start it off on a physical frame. Yo, this isn't a game. Blacks and niggas are the same. Too much fortune and fame to quick to tarnish your name or crash your plane or make sure that your son is slain. New to this game. Find God. I be this golden brown nigga that they can't see coming. And of course I'm humming. So hear my call. New York, baby. What's up? Taylor 2 Coaching, how y'all doing? So anyway, just like to start off with a little bit of music from your boy E Complete. Make sure the shirt is good. Anyhow, Taurus season. We're really on the cusp of power, okay? Still at 0 degrees. I think it's heading towards 1 degree. The cusp of Aries-Taurus Cusp, right? Really 28, 29, 0, 1, 2. 5-day orb. And that can switch different years, okay? Sometimes it's the 18th to 22nd. Sometimes it's the 19th to the 23rd. But basically, it's a 5-day orb. But anyway, yeah, justice in America. I know I don't want to get all into it, but they shouldn't have killed George Floyd. Okay, that's number one. But yes, we got so much work to do because if you are vibrating high, you don't got time to judge people. You don't got time for racism. You don't got time for hate and ignorance because that's a lack of self-love. So that's what I'm all about, is trying to get everyone to have the self-love and vibrate high. And then you're not worried about like, oh, this person's sleeping with this person, or this person has this religion, or this person doesn't. You gotta stop judging. God is the only judge of your righteousness, right? You want to get out of the matrix, get that good karma, get into the Jupiter, get into your Mercury, your North Node, your midheaven, get into self-love, get into charity, compassion, empathy, get into your 12th house, Neptune. All right? You feel me? You smell me? I smell pretty good, but you know. Anyway, it's 420. You know, I don't partake, but happy 420 for y'all. You know, tomorrow's my mom's birthday. Taurus, 0 degrees Taurus. Yeah. 421. So what's going on, Faith? Anybody else come in?
No. There's 2 people. I'm not sure who.
Okay, who else is in there? Comment. But anyway, any questions, Faith? I mean, I'm gonna get into, you know, a little bit more of the cusp of power and breaking out Taurus season. But just so you guys know, I mean, gosh, this energy, right? Now the Scorpio moon, I'm gonna do a video for the Scorpio full moon. Ooh, intense. Are you ready for it? Yeah. But it's interesting with the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Uranus all in Taurus. 10 degrees Uranus. Sun, I think it's 0 to 1. Who's it? And I think Venus, Mercury at like 1 or 2. So they're all lined up. It's a conjunction. It's a stellium in Taurus, right? So this is dealing with self-worth, your values, the money, relationships. All right. But really tapping into your 5 senses, you know, doing some spring cleaning, figuring out what is valuable to you, who's valuable to you, what's important to you. Taurus the bull is very stubborn, calm, chill, sometimes lazy, prudent, pragmatic. but they like to have fine food and fine wine. They like to spend money. They can be a little materialistic. You know, the ladies, they want the purse to match the belt, to match the shoes. My mother and my half sister were Taurus, so I speak as an expert. And my old college roommate, one of my best friends, Kwame Ohaney, shout you out, brother. Scorpio rising like me. So go ahead. What she say?
No.
Okay. So anyway, I'm just chit-chatting. You know, I'll stay on as long as, you know, people will have me. And thank you, Faith, for being here. And you should hit me up, Faith, to get a birth chart done. You know, I do good work. I do good work. I'm finishing up a client now. Just finished up another one. Then I've got another client that we did a trade. I trade and barter sometimes because she, you know, made these dope necklaces for my mother's birthday or whatever. So I'm doing her chart. She's got a great company. Was it Moonseed Jewels?
Yeah, Moonseed Jewels.
Moonseed Jewels.
At my Shopify.
At myshopify.com. All right, Miss Kia Washington. She's dope. Okay. Really talented, does some great stuff. And my energy has been so blessed since I got this. And you could get the stones that represent your birth sign. Okay. And just, not just your sun sign, your moon, your ascendant, you know, but understand Taurus and Mercury, my young son here has that. It can make you a very good artist. It can make you pause a little when you communicate. It can make you very, very grounded in your speech and your writing. You know, there's a stubbornness, which he definitely has, but there's this pleasant, smooth operator type of thing, which he definitely has. He's only 11, but he doesn't know when he gets old. You ladies better watch out. He's going to be a killer, you know, but just, you know, I respect Taurus a lot. And you know, Taurus is exalted in the moon, and some say exalted in the North Node. So, you know, Taurus season, you know, detriment in Pluto or debilitate, the same thing. Just so you guys know, that means the same thing. Okay. And do we get to say who else? Anybody else join?
Said I'm good.
Oh, that's good, Faith. All right. Are you enjoying Taurus season? What's your sign, Faith? Tell me your sun, moon, and rising. I'd like to know your big three, if you don't mind sharing, you know. And but that's what this is all about, you know, doing these shows, you know. I haven't officially called it, but it's like back to my Facebook Lives, Knowledge is Love podcast, episode 3 of my lives. But this is really also the cusp of power. So Aries, right, the great I am, you know, home in Mars, exalted in the sun, cardinal fire sign, ruled by Mars, ruler of the first house. And then blend that with Taurus, the bull, fixed earth sign, right? Ruler of the second house, Venus, Mars, Venus, sun, moon, exaltation. There's a lot of synastry there. It's really deep, you know? And yeah, I definitely feel this cusp of power. Very powerful people in there. And obviously some crazy ones, right? Because I think Hitler's born today, so, you know, but whatever. But who else has the cusp of power? There's some fascinating people with these birthdays who are, maybe Robert Downey Jr. is on this cusp, I think, but just very determined people. The ram and the bull that bang their heads up against the wall. What Faith say?
You're welcome.
Oh, okay. All right. So what's your sun sign, Faith? Well, you don't want to share. And I get it if you don't. It's okay. But yeah, if anybody else is in, you know, comment. Let me know how you're feeling and how you are enjoying Taurus season, getting ready. Now, this energy is going to get a little tough this week and then a little tougher. And it depends on your rising sign ascendant, right? So, you know, like here's an example. So America's chart is Sagittarius ascendant. So all this Taurus stuff is in the 6th house of work and daily routine. Okay. And ironically, the Scorpio 12th house of jails, isolation, that was Michael Chauvin's Scorpio, and he'll be going to jail, right? 12th house, America's chart. Yeah. Astrology, yeah, crazy. It's just you can see everything, you know. Also, if you guys are interested, I'm starting to do, or I have already done, solar charts. So what's fascinating about the solar chart, it's two ways you can do it. You could do it based on where you were born at, right? Let's say if you're born in DC, but let's say now you live in Philadelphia. So you could set the chart for your birthday and you base it on the degrees. So if you're 22, like my mom's 0 degrees Taurus, right? So 0 degrees is the 20th right now, even though she was born on the 21st. So every year it can switch a day or two and be different, right? So if you're born April 11th at 22 degrees, you know, maybe, or April 13th, right? 20, whatever degrees, right? It could be in 2021, it could be a day before or a day after, because you want to line up the degrees of the sun, because that's you. It's your ego, your vitality, your expression, your fada, your authority, your creativity. Okay. And Tauruses are very creative, but they're also very, not just prudent and pragmatic, but they're very practical and very much about finance. Taurus, the bull, wants to know that they are making their money. Okay. And they're very sensual and spiritual. People underestimate how spiritual they can be. You know, I even see it with my son with, you know, and he's a Gemini sun and moon, but the Taurus and Mercury, you know, he has that sensibility where he can be very, not just artistic, but very thoughtful, considerate. Yes, the stubborn and all that, but very, very spiritual, like a real serene, cool, smooth spirit. You know, my college roommate was a Taurus, so like, oh my God, they're like Garfield the cat. Remember Garfield? Do you remember Garfield? Who's that? What is it?
Faith said, Taurus, I'm ruled by Venus, Venus rising Leo. April 23rd.
Leo rising?
Yeah.
She's
April
a Taurus sun. Yeah.
My birthday, and my birthday's in 2 days.
Happy birthday, Faith. You're a Taurus, probably 2 degrees. You'd have to tell me your birth chart, but if it's 3 degrees, then you're really, really Taurus. If it's 1 or 2 degrees, depending on the year you were born, you got a little Aries flavor in you, a little cusp of power.
Yeah, no, she said, it's Taurus, my sun sign. I'm a half Aries.
Yeah, that's the cusp, yeah.
Based on when I was born.
Yeah, okay. Like I said, if it's 0, 1, 2 degrees, you still got a little Aries energy, but you're going to be officially a Taurus, right? So if you're a Leo ascendant, right? That means that Taurus in the 10th house, your sun might be 1 or 2 degrees in the 10th house, which means, Faith, you are going to face some obstacles because Sun and Saturn have beef, but you will overcome. Your father can help you with your career, but whatever you choose to do, you will reach your goals. And Sun in the 10th house, you know, the sun matures between more like, especially in Taurus, Sun and Venus don't get along, but maybe between 27 and 32, you'll start to see, I'd have to see your whole chart, but that sun starts to mature and you really start to probably have to have Saturn returns. You start raking in the dough, Faith, raking in the dough. And hey, you could be raking in the dough now, you know? Who else came on? Who's that?
I'm not sure. There's 3 people on, but.
Okay. Well, the other 2 people, hello, what's up? Eric Taylor, Taylor 2 Coaching. Don't be quiet. I don't bite. I just excite, ready for the rhyme fight. Don't you understand? I got the lyrical might. Diesel, no measles. Forget the weasels on the microphone like third base. They told MC Hammer he would get the gas face all up in your place. Do y'all know about third base? They dissed MC Hammer. What do we think about Hammer? The gas face. Get the gas face. Get the gas face. Yeah, that was fun. That was 1989, man. Wow, good year. Some of you might be not even born by 89. Maybe born in the 90s. Well, that's okay. You know, I got nothing but love. So also, cusp of power. Oh, and Faith, do you drive fast? especially going to work, because Taurus likes to drive fast. And they're not shy at taking risks, especially if you got a little bit of that Aries energy. You can probably be a little injury prone because you're just like, a ram and a bull, And sometimes you might be a little slow to learn some life lessons, but really hardworking, intelligent, and just very, I don't know, cusp of power. It's the cusp of power. I mean, it says it in the words. Okay. What Faith say?
They said, what about my ascendant? Rising is Leo, 3rd, 20, and 35.
3rd, 20, and 5, 24.
3, 20, and 35 for the
degrees.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Leo rising, my nephew and my father, Leo risings. You are, Miss Faith, the regal queen. Just don't be too arrogant. You probably have really nice hair or something very distinct about your hair. Leo ascendants might have kind of like cat eyes. But that Leo ascendant, it's you're not afraid of the spotlight, Faith. People, and you have a big heart. You're very generous, probably. You probably give great hugs. That's a trait for Leo women. Sun sign, rising, and moon. Great hug givers. But you're dynamic. You're expressive. But in private and just, in that 12th house energy of Cancer, you're very nurturing and caring. And sometimes you forget to spoil yourself. Sometimes you're like so expressive in doing, like you might forget, like sometimes you got to give Faith the bubble bath, you know what I mean? And nurture Faith. But take that 12th house Cancer energy, and I don't know if you have any planets in your 12th house, but bring it to the rest of your chart. And you could be very psychic, Faith, very intuitive and caring. Deep down inside, you're like the mother to everyone, even if you don't have kids. You know what I mean? You're good people. Just don't let that ego get so crazy. Because that Leo rising, you're dope, and you're dope. So sometimes you can get a little carried away with the Leo ascendant, and I'm not hating. I got love for them. Like I said, my nephew and my father, I got love for them. But I'm going to give you the truth and the reality of it. All right. What's she say?
Thank you for the early birthday wish. I'll be 21.
Oh, you're a baby. Happy birthday, 21. Go get some shots. Be safe, But yeah, wow, 21. Faith, my 21st birthday, I was at college in Maryland. We had a big party. I bought all the alcohol and liquor for everybody. We got tore up from the floor up. What was I drinking at 21? Oh, God, I don't know. Tell you what I was drinking. I used to, well, before 21, I used to like that Mad Dog 2020 when I was younger. That's terrible. I don't want to even say it in front of my young son because that stuff is, it's the worst. But, what else did I used to love Bahama Mamas. I went to Nassau, Bahamas when I turned 18, and you could drink legally in the Bahamas at 18. So I was gambling and drinking, but at 21, Maryland, DC area, I had a lot of fun. Party. I used to party with the best of them. Now, man, I'm just a father. I'll be chilling. What you say? What's that?
Nothing.
Okay. So also, I think what's interesting, just this Taurus season in general, it's really a time. And maybe Faith, you might know this. I mean, as you're turning into, kind of an adult, and just so you know, the cerebral cortex in your brain, the medulla oblongata, for women is really still forming between 28 and 25. For men, like 27 to 31. So it's like connected with your Saturn return. So God makes no mistakes, right? And so you're really not an adult at 21. You're more an adult when your Saturn returns, 29, 30. And you'll see the difference. You'll see. And I always tell people, and it's so funny, like I used to say this before I even knew the astrology, but it's like your moon cycles. The moon switches signs every 2.5 days, right? But it's switching in your chart, right? And maybe Faith, you could tell me what your moon sign is. But natally, like I'm a Capricorn moon. So natally, though, in your birth chart, the moon switches every 2.5 years. And that's kind of how we grow, right? 21, to like 23, then 23 to 25, 25 to 28, 28 to 30. You see these little growth spurts and changes in your life, 18 to 21. So it goes in 2s and 3s, and you'll see it, Faith. You'll be like, by the time you turn 25, you'll be like, oh man, I thought I knew stuff at 21. I didn't know stuff. And then when you get to 30, you'll be like, oh my God, I was a handful in my 20s. You know what I mean? Like, I swear to you, it's so funny. And it was great. When you finally get to 50, I just turned 50, you don't give a F what anybody thinks about you. You're not self-conscious. You're not worried about somebody else's opinion, from your best friends to your neighbor to your siblings, your spouse. You're just like, yo, raw dog, this is me. I'm perfectly imperfect, and it's okay. And that's the best freedom you could have, right? Don't be so self-critical. And that Virgo second house for you, Faith, you could be very logical and analytical about how you make money. You might be good at saving and investing. And if you're not yet, you will be. That Virgo is very much like, I get $100. I might spend 60, but I'm going to save like, pay your bills, whatever. But Virgo's going to save money. Excuse me. Virgo sun sign, always ready for a rainy day, for 2 or 3 of them. And that's a good way to live. Especially in these times, the world is so freaking Looney Tunes and crazy. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Do you know what I mean, Faith? Anything could go down. So be ready and prepared. All right.
Nothing.
No. What are the other 2 people still on?
No, one person left.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to stay on too long. I just want to come on and see how you guys are doing. And, maybe it's a little too early. Maybe I need to come on later. But this is only my 3rd live,
It's about 5. Most people, I don't know about their times.
East Coast, it's like 8:30-ish, 8:45.
Yeah, most people are getting home from shifts.
But from 5:30 on the west side, it's some people are just getting home or not home yet. But I got to make dinner and make sure the kids are good and take care of my mother. So I just want to come on early tonight, but that's just my personal business. But anyway, I'll still put this video up and save it. And I hope, the main thing I hope people understand is that Taurus season's a good time. This week and next week, the energy is a little rough. But the Scorpio full moon, take it back to that Aries new moon, Mars. Because when the Aries new moon came and we're starting new cycles, very powerful, immortal, powerful energy, the ascendant was Scorpio. And I thought that was so deep. So we're going to see what's been spinning and changing. And then also remember, we've got Saturn squaring this Taurus energy. Okay. And, Saturn and Jupiter, but mainly Saturn in Aquarius, and remember, Jupiter's headed to Pisces soon. Mars is going into Cancer. So there's a lot. Mars in Cancer is tough, right? Because it's like fights and arguments and disagreements, sort of like in the home or homeland. The 4th house can also represent, you can see a lot of people with like 4th house stuff joining the military or working in the government sometimes, not just the 10th house. The 10th house will be more of like, really working in the government, and 11th, but the 4th house, you could see it too. I've seen when I do clients' charts, military stuff, like Sun in the 4th house, there could be, a divorce, separation, dad could pass away, dad could just be a deadbeat dad, or your relationship's not so close, and then you get closer, older, later on in life, past 30, you know what I mean? Or your 20s. So what's so fascinating about astrology, all the different placements show different things, like Faith with your Leo ascendant, right? That means the Aquarius in the 7th house. So the 6th house of sicknesses and illnesses, Capricorn. So you got to watch your knees, Faith. your nails, mainly fingernails, because toenails is Pisces, and teeth. Saturn is teeth, and the spine. So just things to think about medical astrology. I'm sure you're so young that all that will be fine, but make sure you're flossing and just watch that, because Saturn is it rules the teeth, and with Capricorn there, you in the 6th house, and in the 8th house, you're dealing with the Pisces. So you definitely got to make sure you take good care of your feet and your toenails. Okay. So just little tidbits, I like to share, share the knowledge. So I hope that's helpful. But you're so young. I'm sure you're good. You're good, Faith. Did she tell me her moon sign?
No, not
No.
yet.
Okay. Well, let me know your moon if you want to share. I don't. But one thing I will say about Taurus season, it is a good time to, with the Sun, Venus, and Mercury here with Uranus. Uranus is so what's been going on with just food and changes in food, and for people, depending on what sign your Taurus is in, like, so Faith with Leo, this is your 10th house. You could have a lot of changes to what you want to do. You're young, right? So you don't have a career probably yet. You might still be finishing up college or starting jobs or whatever. But Uranus in the 10th house right now, and Uranus will still be in Taurus until, oh God, is it 2025, 2026? I think the end of 2025. So, it can wreak havoc. I have it in my 7th house. My wife has it on her 1st house. It brings so much change to your life, Uranus. It's a 7-year cycle. So it takes 84 years to go through the zodiac wheel. So with it being in your 10th house, you might want to work in technology, stuff like that. But this is a transit. It might not be in your natal chart, probably isn't. So, or definitely isn't. But you will, matter of fact, if it's in Taurus now, your Uranus, Faith, right? Aries, Pisces, you're probably Uranus in Aquarius, okay? At 21. So very intelligent, and I'm sure your Neptune's in Aquarius. So make sure you watch those videos that I did, okay? And I think you've commented before. I've definitely seen your name. So if you're subscribed, thank you for being a part of my tribe, my spiritual family. But Neptune and Uranus in Aquarius, Faith, you're a brilliant alien. It's genius energy. So don't ever doubt yourself, The more visionary and futuristic and you think outside the box, and it's in your 7th house natally. So you want friends first for a relationship. When you're dating guys, or, I don't like to assume, or dating girls, whatever, no judgment, no, assumptions here. But when you're in relationships, you want friends first. You could meet somebody online. You could be dating long distance. Your marriage partner could be, Aquarius type person, which doesn't work terrible for your Taurus sun. But Aquarius, Pisces, who else is probably good for you? I'd have to see your chart where your Juno is, but also Sagittarius, 5th house. That's soulmate, dating, romance, fun, sex, twin flames. Okay. So who's that? Somebody just.
And Narrow 9 said good day, and 9th or 8th cusp and Taurus.
8th house, Taurus cusp. That's what you're.
8th or 9th.
Oh, 8th.
8th dash 9th cusp and Taurus.
Oh, the Aries-Taurus cusp. Okay, what degrees are you, and how you doing? Where you from? But yeah, so what if you got Taurus in the 8th, Aries in the 7th? Are you Libra rising?
Oh, it's Capricorn, my bad.
Uh-huh.
It's Capricorn, not Taurus.
Oh, Capricorn 8th, 9th?
Mm-hmm.
8th house, and then 9th house would be Aquarius. Okay, so 7th Sag.
Oh, no, never mind. No. It's Faith that's Capricorn.
Oh,
my bad.
God, what are you doing here?
I didn't know. Okay.
You see what happens? You can't pay for good help anymore. And I made him. Goodness gracious. What's going on here? No, I'm joking. He's really smart. He does well in school. Don't let this silliness fool you. No, Navarro said what?
He's from Bronx, New York.
What? From the BX? Come on, yo. What part? Like I'm from the Upper West Side, but really Washington Heights. I was on 193rd by the GW Bridge. And my studio, TME Studios, my boy Fred Wands is from the Bronx, the BX, baby. That's why I recorded in the studio there, my first and second album. And you know who else recorded in there? I used to take, what train did I take? I go on the east side. I used to get off at the, I forgot the name of the stop, but in the 6, off the 6 train. And then when his studio used to be in another part of Bronx, I used to take the 2 up to, not 2, I used to work off of 219th. And then I used to stop. Oh, I forgot the name of the stop I used to take to the BX. But yeah, I went to a couple of different studios in the Bronx, so I recorded both my albums. So shout out to the BX. What's up, yo? All right. What do you say? That's love. Love the Bronx, man. Are you a Yankee fan? You better be a Yankee fan. The BX all day. But so KRS-One and Just Ice, hip hop legends. I don't know how young you are, right? But they recorded at the same studio that I recorded. You know, a lot of dope MCs, you know, in the Bronx. You know how y'all do. It's the home of hip hop. I mean, come on. So, what did I say?
He said he's a Virgo, 21 degrees rising and moon.
Ooh, that moon. Okay. Virgo rising. That's what young man right here is my son, 11-year-old. Virgo rising. Jay-Z's got that. Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart. Virgo rising. Y'all are dope. Do not be such a perfectionist. I'm trying to teach him this at 11, and I want you to get it too. Because that Virgo mind, you're so analytical and critical, and you're so self-critical. Don't destroy yourself. I tell all my clients in my coaching program, you are no longer in the business of negative self-talk. Don't do it. You're dope. Walk in that, claim it. Virgo energy anywhere, because Virgos, even though we can be neat freaks and picky, also we can be very messy. See, I'm not messy. My desk is a little, whatever, but also my wife throws stuff on it, and she's a Pisces, and Pisces are just a complete mess. But, and they don't think they are. That's the comedy thing of it. But that's a whole nother story, right? This is my life that I got to deal with. But Virgos, we're more organized here in the cabeza, all right? And, but brilliant. What's your sun sign, Navarro? Is Navarro?
No, it's, I don't know how to pronounce it really. It's, Norel. That's his name on YouTube.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, what's your sun sign, man? That's the Bronx BX. So that's dope. But yeah,
he's 18. So he's
18. Oh man, you having fun? I know. And I'm sorry, you young folks going through this foolishness right now. When you're your age, I mean, it's hard for my kids. I got a 21, 11, and 7-year-olds. But for you 18, 21-year-olds, probably mess with prom, high school, college years. You work. You're going through a lot, but it will make you stronger, and you will get through this. Your family, I hope your mom and dad and grandparents are doing okay. We all just, whatever age you're at, we're all just dealing and trying to get through all this craziness, right? But learning astrology and getting this knowledge and learning numerology as well, it's going to help you, because God gave you the map, and then you know how to maneuver and move, right? What did I say?
She said she's a female.
Okay.
Gemini, 26 degrees.
Okay. Hello, my dear. Gemini. Oh, Gemini sun? Oh, I already know you. He's a Gemini with the Virgo rising. You're just like my kid. You're brilliant. Mercury lady. And you probably talk a lot too. Now listen, I got to talk to you. The Gemini sun, I dated a lot in my day. I know how you are. And with the Gemini in the 10th house, for your career, you can do acting, writing, IT. I mean, anything using your verbal or hand skills. You can be a great teacher, an author, a publisher, a writer, could write screenplays, anything. Because, nowadays, Mercury, you're probably a beast at social media. You could probably help me and work with me. You want to intern and I could teach you some astrology, email me at taylorgcoach@gmail.com, because I'm all about Gemini. I don't have any Gemini, but I'm all Virgo. I got a stellium in my 11th house of Virgo. But I'll tell you this, with your Gemini sun, I just want to let you know, you've got 4 personalities, and it will take you to the age of 30 to understand all of them. Okay? I know. Trust me. I know. Gemini, and you're like, Gemini, you're the Jane of all trades. Gemini women are brilliant. And you love to talk to people, and you could probably do 20 jobs and do them all good, especially the Virgo rising. So you too, don't doubt yourself. And I know, and if you've seen my videos, I joke, but it's true. I call Geminis the verbal slut. Because y'all just chatty, talk. And I, no shade when I say that. It's just all for fun. But it's great because you learn so much because you like the verbal exchange of ideas. And that's what makes you so brilliant. So never stop being that way, okay? And keep your right. You're probably good with the pen. What do you like to do? Are you in college? You're finishing high school? Let me know.
I'm into entertainment and marketing now.
There you go.
I do media promotions.
Okay, see? I got you. I told you. Yeah, marketing. That's total Gemini, 3rd house energy. The media, yeah. And, you could probably be a great blog writer. And, just, with that Taurus 9th house energy, that's your father's teachings, your beliefs, your wisdom, your high learning, your philosophy. So there's probably, I'd have to see a chart, but there's a story for you to tell, and it might be around your self-worth and values. Maybe your father being in your life or not being in your life, but teaching you stuff. If your son's in the 10th house, then your father could probably be a big help. Okay, where's your moon? Let me know. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I'm glad you're from the Bronx. If you're in the Bronx, are you Latina, mamita? Hablando español, 3 años en la Universidad de Maryland. Estudia español, comprende así, no comprende hablando mucho rápido. Okay.
Gemini North Node, 9th. I feel like my voice is a big thing.
That was her saying that?
Yeah.
Okay. Gemini North Node in the 10th house, though, right? Or she got in the 9th? No. Okay. You might be looking at Placidus. So I want to tell you guys this, right? I know sometimes you go to Cafe Astrology and stuff. If you're the Virgo ascendant, your Gemini is really in the 10th house. What happens is when you look at the Placidus, it's a Western tropical newer system. I do Western tropical, right? If you're born over here, that's what you should do. The sidereal and the Vedic, I think it's, more ancient, but you do that if you were born over there. You're born in America, you do Western tropical, but use the whole sign system. So you can go to astro.com. That's where I would do your chart at. I'll look at your Placidus, but you'll have interception. So really your 9th house is Taurus. So if you have that Gemini North Node, it's in your 10th house. So that means you're coming from the Sagittarius home, right? Sagittarius in the 4th house, maybe Catholic upbringing, Christian, maybe a lot of big picture, big ideas. Maybe you traveled a lot in your childhood, could have maybe a big family. It depends on when your Jupiter is. Very lot of wisdom and intelligence in the home. You're probably a very smart young lady, but just so you know, it's the perfect zodiac wheel. So if you got the Virgo and ascendant, Leo's in the 12th house, and go all the way around. So Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Okay, so when they do the interceptions in the Placidus and have Gemini 9th and 10th, sometimes they, and you can Google it, and I know what it means, but yes, it can be dissolving the energy. But what if you have planets in Taurus and it's supposed to be your 9th house and then it's not there? Like it messes up the whole chart. So you want to use the whole sign system, and it's actually not only more accurate, more predictive, and it's what they used back in the ancient Kemet and Babylon and Mesopotamia and Hellenistic time, from Greeks to Romans. So it's more ancient. The whole sign system is the way to go. I promise you. My astrology teachers and gurus, and then I see it. I've done a whole lot of charts. And the whole sign's more accurate than the Placidus, okay? So just remember that. So go to astro.com. Don't Cafe Astrology or some of these other sites, because that's their main thing is the Placidus. And it's helpful. And the degrees will still be the same. You'll just notice. So, and also your midheaven can be 9th, 10th, or 11th house. Doesn't have to just be the 10th house. So it might not even be in Gemini. It could be Taurus 9th. Your midheaven could be Cancer 11th. Now, if you were born in like the North or South Pole, it could be like, or near the equator, it could be all the way to like the 8th or 7th house, or all the way to the 1st or 12th. But usually it's going to be, and then if your sun is in the 10th house of Gemini, that's a day chart, right? So Mars is your greater malefic and Jupiter is your greater benefic. Right? If you were born at night, it's Saturn, Venus. Remember, Saturn, Venus are friends, Mars, Jupiter are friends. Sun and Saturn, since you got the sun in the 10th house of Gemini, Sun and Saturn have beef, but the sun is at the zenith, top of the chart. You will overcome the obstacles and achieve in life, okay?
Glenn, do you remember Glenn?
Oh, yeah, Glenn, hey.
Yeah. What do you call it?
How you doing?
I was born in
the islands?
Antigua.
Yeah.
The Caribbean.
I know, the Caribbean. You got to say it right. What? This boy don't understand, Antigua, the Caribbean. I'm trying to teach him. He's got some Western England. My family's on my mother's side is from Bahamas, from Nassau. All right? So you say, your boy a Bahamian boy. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. What chart is best? I'm Aries, Sun, Scorpio, Rising, Taurus, Moon.
Aries, Sun, Scorpio, Rising, Taurus, Moon. Your moon's exalted. 7th house. Aries, Sun in the 6th house. I've had a couple of clients with this placement. And this Glenn Diva said this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your son, oh, that's right, because you were bragging. Yeah, you weren't bragging, but I said you were bragging the other day. So yeah, I mean, your sun is exalted, your moon's exalted. I'm getting ready to start my moon series. Moon's not bad in the 7th house, but you want it to be reciprocal. The fact that you want to care for your partner and be nurturing, and you want that in return. You want doesn't have to be a Taurus type man. And just understand, and I'm sorry if I'm assuming it could be man, woman. I'm just saying that, but it could be so. But basically, you would have to tell me where your Juno is. But you look at the 7th for a partner relationship and for business. The 8th house is like after the marriage, but that can be a partner or a sexual partner. And then the 5th house can be a soulmate, dating, romance. That's like high school, college. So that Taurus 7th, we're talking about, a little Pisces 5th. And I'm a Scorpio rising too. So, we have special powers. It's a gift from the ancestors, as I was talking about the other night when you were on. I think you might have came on too late, so you might have missed that. But the Scorpio rising is a gift from the ancestors. You'll never be broken homeless. You always will be provided for, but life is tough. Scorpio rising, sun or moon. Remember I was saying, and I think you caught this, that mom, there was, I think you said you were breech, if I remember correctly. I got a pretty good memory. I think that was you, right? But, mom had a difficult pregnancy or birth, preeclampsia, whatever. I think you were breech. But, the moon's exalted in the 7th house. So you want someone who's financially stable. Someone you can build with, Will J to Beyonce J, like someone that you're trying to make it happen with. Aries sun in the 6th house. It's not the greatest placement, but it's good. I'd have to see what else is, in there or conjuncting it or trining it. But just know that the sun in the 6th house, you could be a good divorce lawyer, accountant. I mean, Aries is such a maverick, it's a pioneer, it's assertive, aggressive. Don't be so mean to your coworkers. Don't challenge your boss, stuff like that. But yeah, you might want to start your own business. Sometimes I think when you have a sun in the sixth house, you don't really, you don't like dealing with people over you so much. And neither does Scorpio rising. Scorpio rising likes to make their own lane. Because, that's like Mars at work and then Mars for your being, your ascendant, right? And Mars is like the warrior, the fighter. You like to take charge at work. You're a boss lady, That's good. So.
Okay. First,
let me just watch the time.
Oh yeah, it's 6:14.
Okay. Couple more minutes, you guys. So hit me up with some questions.
You're not lying. 10th house energy is strong. Sun conjunction to Saturn. I have Gemini stellium. Help me.
Oh yeah.
This is Nara.
No, I know who it is.
Then Diva or Glam Diva said, my Venus and Chiron in the 6th house. I'm self-employed business owner, 30 years. Thank God, because I could work for nobody.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Your boy Eric knows what's up. I'm not going to steer you wrong. I'm telling you, you got to hit me up. TaylorGCoaching@gmail.com. Get that birth chart reading, especially before I increase my prices. And it's well worth the $150. I'm not lying. It's a humble brag, but, read my testimonies on my website. They're all real and legit. I mean, I've been blessing people with this deep voice, this voice, hoping you understand that my music's top choice. Cultures and nations are starting to see that hip hop, so anyway, sometimes I just got to break into rhymes. I'm like that. It's the curse of being an MC and that whole Virgo stuff. But so I'm going to go with my Bronx lady. So with that stellium, Sun conjunct Saturn. Whew. So dad you got to tell me about Pops, but could have been a crazy disciplinarian or real tough on you. You do the media stuff. You could also, it's so crazy. You could even do media for politicians or the government or, like a lobbyist, a senator. You probably don't want to get in that stuff. It's dirty business. But, Saturn is more at home in the 11th house. In the 10th house, it's like the vacation home, but Saturn and Gemini, it's okay. It's not like negative or bad. Like I always tell people with astrology, and that's right, Glam Diva, I'm remembering you're, closer to my age and not like these young puppies here, like Faith and Elnorala. But, the Venus Chiron, yeah, you'd have to tell me what your Chiron, what degrees it is, but you got to get past those emotional wounds and heal from it, because Chiron, then later on, when you go through it and deal with it, then you can help heal others. And when you're healing others, that's how you heal yourself. We all have to be introspective, and especially for my young people, 18 and 21, and Faith and you guys, this is the time between 22 and 32 or 20 and 30. You have got to take the flashlight, look in the mirror, look inside your kidneys, your ribs, your lungs, your liver, and heal the emotional wounds and unlearn from the programming. Your parents, the media, and even more so for women, because you guys get all the pressure of like, oh, I got to look like this and I have to be a size 4 and I got to do this. And it's all fake. These Hollywood people, it's all fake. I've worked with many of them and met them. They need all that makeup. A lot of you, quote unquote, regular women, your natural beauties, claim that, walk in that. You have to heal from the programming of the school system, the government, society, media, television, magazines. And so that when you unlearn, and only 20 to 25% of it is good, and there's no knock on our parents, right? I'm the best dad. He's going to have to unlearn from me. But because of where I am and I've done the work, I'm starting him off at like when I was 37. I'm giving him all the knowledge and wisdom, so he's not, he'll have to like deal with like, maybe disagreeing with mom or dad. And when he gets an adult, and he'll go through his little young rebellious age at 18 and 21, like, oh, dad and mom think they knew everything. And then when he gets older, he'll realize, oh, mom and dad were really dope. They knew a lot because I did the spiritual work. And so that's what all of you guys need to do. And I'm not saying you didn't or you haven't started, but you're so young that it's really between 22 and 32. And that's what I teach in my relationship coaching program. We have to unlearn. And your best freedom is when you can admit to being wrong and saying sorry and apologize. That's a gift to you, even for the people who did you wrong. And I'm talking about from abuse to physical, emotional, mental, sexual, whatever. You have to forgive. You don't forget. And don't allow anybody to be an energy vampire or to disrespect you or violate your space or anything. But when you forgive, that heals you. Okay? And that's how you deal with your Chiron energy. And I'm going to do a webinar on my website soon. And you guys can check out my Patreon. I do exclusive content there. It's not on YouTube or Instagram. But I'm going to do a webinar teaching you how to manifest whatever through your birth chart, through your North Node, through your midheaven, through your Jupiter, your Mercury. Like, these planets are here for you to get to know them, harness them like they're your friends. My Jupiter is in Scorpio. I love it. Crazy manifesting power. So just don't, and even if something's in a bad place, right? You know, like for, Aries sun, that's exalted. But if you got the Libra sun, right, it's in fall. Well, it's still, you can still use that energy for good. Libras are event planners. They can be passive aggressive and they, can't make up their mind, but event planners, they're brilliant. They're like, social workers, lawyers, they relationship, all this stuff. Like, so, anything that is, you would see on YouTube or just learn about astrology that they say is bad or negative, it's not. It's, you have to go from the low vibration and take it to the high vibration. And that's what makes astrology so amazing, because when you don't know your chart and you don't know this stuff, you're living life butt naked, walking around just thinking. And that's what's so hard about human beings, because as human beings, right? Like, I do relationship coaching. Most of us think we don't need help with relationships, right? We'll be like, oh, I need a coach for my business and for finance and this and that. Oh, I got relationships. No, you don't. Most people have no idea how to really work on love and self-love, because you're not taught that in our society, and definitely not in the schools or by the media. You're not taught self-love in America, not one iota. And that's what I do in my coaching program, and show you how to figure it out and do it in your birth chart. Okay. So your boy, yeah, I'm no joke. Scorpio rising, Virgo sun, Capricorn moon. I'm about my business. And, when you bring in a combination of the school teacher, the actor, the print modeling, the MC rapper, New York City, native New Yorker, you know what I'm saying? College educated, my Virgo and Mercury, your boy, I'm not for joke, and I'm here to serve and help you. Okay. And I say that with confidence and humble too. Okay. So go ahead. I'm getting ready to bounce, but I'm going to answer a couple more questions.
Glam Diva said, I started to believe relationships are not my forte. Even though I'm a very good person in relationships and I'm very giving, it seems to always be a person trying to belittle and break me down.
Yeah, no, and I can show you the type of people you need to meet. And I would tell you, you meet somebody or whatever, you can do the synastry compatibility chart. And I'm so excited. I've done a bunch of them, but one of my couples, they're getting married that I've worked with. So that makes me feel good. And I do couples relationship coaching as well, 11-week program. So, but yeah, no, don't say that. You can, as one of my old ex-girlfriends who was an Aquarius used to say, that she was half Dominican, half Haitian. Aquarius, brilliant, unique, blue eyes. What'd she say? Every cup has its saucer. And it's true. It's true, I mean, oh my God. I met my wife. She's a Pisces. I'm a Virgo. She's a Taurus rising. I'm a Scorpio rising. We have so much in common. Then we have some other stuff, like she's Sag moon. I'm Cap moon, I got to deal with that moon. It's a lot to deal with. But We're getting ready to be married 13 years. She's my soulmate. I love her to death. But yes, you can find somebody, and I can help you for real. Like, don't, doing life alone, especially during this whole freaking experiment mess going on, it's not good. No, God didn't make us to be alone. He really didn't. God did not. Okay? So keep the faith. Keep the faith. And you got to, come on. Your exalted sun and Taurus moon, you need, you probably have high emotional expectations for people too with that Taurus moon in the 7th house, So, and I know you're Scorpio rising. We're crazy. Like, we're like wanting to merge souls, we don't like fake people or small talk or people that seem unintelligent, Go ahead.
It's a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm a tough girl, and being
Is
from
it
the
still glam?
islands,
Glam
yeah.
diva? Okay,
And
yeah.
being from the islands, I'm a kind of boss lady, and my persona and kind of intimidates a lot of people.
No, I know. I know. You're a sassy girl. You don't have to tell me. Aries and Scorpio and Taurus like that. I know you're a sassy thing, but that's okay. There's men that can handle that, and sometimes, you know what? You know who you are, so be nice. Tone it down a little bit. See, sometimes what women forget when you're so financially stable or powerful, you're more advanced than us as men. So sometimes you got to give us a break or throw us a cookie. Trust me, I used to help. I was a relationship coach since I was like 13, helping my girlfriends, my homegirls growing up. But so what you have to do, men need to feel important and useful. So you can handle everything. So just be like, oh, Michael, can you come over and move some furniture for me? I can't lift it. I don't know what to do, Little damsel in distress, little whatever, and sometimes you just got to boost up a man's ego. Remember, there's a little boy inside of every man, so, but there's a man that wants to love you and spoil you to death. Okay. So it's, I always cheer for love. I always am a champion for love. All right. You can do it. Even though you're a boss lady. All right. I've dealt with many boss ladies. I got friends, freaking executive producers at this show and the head of Essence and this and that. I got, a lot of powerful female friends. And unfortunately, I know a lot of powerful Black women not married, single from ages 45 to about 51, 52. And because they will, sometimes it's, worried about the wallet. And to me, I always say, men don't worry about what women have. So to me, if it's true love, the money goes together in one account. That's love. That's trust. So if you make 100,000 and he makes 55, you got 155 together and just roll with it. And if he can't handle a woman making more, because some men can't, then that's on him. Make sure he's got a good pension at least. But go ahead.
I've been into spirituality and astrology primarily since I was probably 8 or 9 years old.
This glam?
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. God bless you.
And she also said, I'm so glad this new generation has changed and I'm more into astrology, as I was told that I was the devil's work when I was younger.
I know. I got into it and then I stepped away and became born again Christian, and I'm still Christian. I got love for Jesus. I don't get into, you know what I mean? But I know the truth. I know that they don't want us to have this knowledge that God has given us all that we need, because then we don't have to be brainwashed by church or organized religion. And that's not taking away the spirituality or the love of God or Christ or anything. Because I think you can be Jewish, you can be Muslim, you can be Hindu, you can be Buddhist and still love and know the truth about astrology. I don't think it's a sin. I really don't. And I know the Bible inside and out, from Genesis to Revelations. And in Genesis, they talk about aliens. People just don't like to really pay attention and read it right. I know I have visions and dreams like the book of Daniel and Ezekiel. I know all about Job. I went through my Job time. I was sick for 7 years, suffering. Medical astrology is real too. When Western medicine, can't figure stuff out and can't help you or doesn't want to help you, you guys always open up your third eye. Understand. There are no accidents in this world. I tell that to my family, my kids. I tell it to my clients. Just be smart and safe out there. Anything else? I'm getting ready to bounce and got to make dinner.
Okay, I'm a real confident person. It's kind of a lot for people who really don't like themselves, but they put false pretense of confidence. It's kind of a lot for them. I've experienced this my whole life.
No, I'm sure, and I'm sorry, But you're a tough cookie. Aries women, I dated a couple. It didn't work for me because I'm a Virgo sun. But knowing what I know now, and I probably, and I didn't know their charts, but it's Aries women, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. You don't like to hear the word no. And you like things to be your way. So just be flexible. Tap into that Taurus moon. Be sensual, sweet, calm, and serene. Because you're stubborn. Your emotions are stubborn. Grounded and exalted, but they're stubborn. So, there's somebody out there for you. You should email me. You know what I'm saying? Tell me where you're from and all that, where you live. I'm gonna find a good guy for you. You know what I'm saying? Especially since you're not a little kid, you're not, and there's no knock on anybody 18 to 20. Glam Divas, she grown woman, but yeah, you deserve, I got some good guy friends, but it's hard to find somebody that's open and woke to astrology and numerology. Do you know about numerology and human design? Amazing. Anyway, anybody else before we bounce?
Yeah, it's Glam Diva again.
Yeah.
I did that. I turned it down with my husband. Now it's not very good. Narcissistic and trying to break me. One time I didn't know.
Was he West Indian too? Yeah. Narcissistic. Oh, that's the worst. I know. My wife, her ex-husband was a narcissist. Crazy. Nah, you can't mess with people like that, and they will try to break you. And I'm glad you got out of that. Can't nobody break a Scorpio ascendant. Yo, just email me, taylor2coaching@gmail.com. I got to get ready to bounce. We'll talk. Even if you don't use my services, just email me. We'll talk a little bit because, I got a heart. I don't mind helping you out. I mean, you're my sister. You Scorpio ascendant, Come on. We got Scorpio risings. It's me, you, Prince, Tom Cruise. He's weird. Robin Williams, Lana Del Rey. Who else got the Scorpio rising? There's a bunch of us, but it's magical, and I've got a bunch of clients with it too that I've worked with. But you're gonna be okay. I mean, I know you're already okay, but you know what I mean? Like, we can figure things out. So let me bounce. This was fun. Thank you for coming on. I'm gonna try to get on.
One more question.
Oh yeah, one more.
I will have a chart reading from you. Do you do marriage charts?
Yeah. So I do the synastry compatibility. So that's taking you and your spouse, and it's the compatibility of both your charts. Now, the thing when I do that though, I break that down. It's written, it's videos, like how the planets are talking to each other. And then I usually do like whatever works for you, like a Zoom or FaceTime. You go through everything and then we meet for 30, 45 minutes and answer questions for you. And then, but if I did if I did your regular birth, and they're both 150, but if I did your regular birth chart, you get a custom video summary that's 40 to 50 minutes long, like a little mini movie.
Oh, Glenn Diva donated $10.
Oh, thank you so much, Glenn Diva. I really appreciate that. But that, like the birth chart stuff, that's like a mini movie about your life. You know what I mean? and I break things down. And then I also have Astrological Life Coaching, which we do a deeper dive into the astrology and numerology of your chart. And we meet on Zoom for an hour once a week, and we do 3 houses each week and really break it down. So, either service is good. If you want to do, so are you still married? Is that what you're saying? Or is it your ex-husband? Like, you made me think like you were not married anymore, but yeah, like, so I would meet with you or both of you on Zoom and just talk about, like if you didn't want him involved or whatever, but whatever. You email me and we can talk about it and we'll figure it out. Okay. Remember, just like the name, tailored to you, coaching at gmail.com. Miss Antigua. Much love. Yeah. I actually never dated any woman from Antigua. Trini, little Bajan, Dominican, Haitian, Jamaican. I had a Jamaican girlfriend that worked for VH1. I shouldn't tell this all in front of my son, but, he knows I had a life before mom, So, all right, you guys, I got to run. Got to go make that dinner. Yes, 6:34. All right, salute. Thank you for coming on. God bless you guys. Thank you, Glam Diva. I appreciate the donation. And anybody wants to donate, you can do it here or at my PayPal at tailored2coaching@gmail.com. PayPal.com. You could just, /tailored2coaching or whatever. But, and just do it as a friend or whatever. I appreciate it. And, yeah, and I'm gonna get Cash App late next week. I'm gonna do it. I should have it for my next live or whatever. But yeah, be safe and look out for my. I'm gonna start my new series. Hopefully at the end of this week. Moon through the houses, and say happy birthday to my mom. Her birthday's tomorrow. 80 years old. God bless her. And then also, what else was I gonna say? I'm going to try to get on. I got family coming to town. I'm going to try to get on to do another live sometime this week. If not, I'll be on next. I'm going to try to do every Wednesday. That's going to be my goal because my wife does her lives on Tuesday. So I'm going to try to do every Wednesday, but I'll see if I can get on Thursday or Friday this week. Late evening or afternoon. I'll see. I'm going to try to jump on. Maybe Friday night. Just got paid. Johnny Kemp and I went to the same church in New York. Central Baptist, whoop, whoop. Johnny Kemp, his son was in a play with me. Johnny Kemp just got paid, his wife and his son, very nice family. And Johnny passed away, God bless him. He's from Bahamas, all right? See, I bring everything full circle before I go. That's the flow, tic-tac-toe, you already know. Eric Taylor, E-Complete, Tailored 2 Coaching. Peace. Thank you for joining me. God bless you guys. Bye.